She drops her backpack, slumps onto the couch, and says, "Mom, I don't want to do soccer anymore. I'm just tired."
Welcome to Danni's Den, your weekly mix of law, love, sports, and pop culture. Let's chat. If that line landed for you today, stay right here. I'm going to give you practical moves, how to spot real burnout, what duty of care means for teams and schools, exact scripts you can use with your kid and the coach, and simple next steps if you need to document or escalate. Listen, burnout usually shows up 3 ways: emotionally, behaviorally, and physically.
Emotionally, flatness. No joy for games anymore.
Behaviorally, avoidance, skipping drills, excuses, that slow resignation that looks like giving up.
Physically, soreness that won't quit, recurring headaches, sleep trouble on practice nights.
If those things are constant and getting worse, that's not just a bad season. That's a pattern that needs attention. No blame, just facts.
Some red flags to move faster on: a coach dismissing repeated injury complaints, a kid losing weight or withdrawing, or practices that regularly push through obvious fatigue. That stings, I know, but noticing early is half the job.
Okay, when you sit down with your child, keep it short and curious. Try, "Tell me what feels different right now."
Or, "When you say you're tired, what does that look like during practice?" Let them give specifics. If they say, "I just hate it," you can reply, "I hear that. What's one small change that would help?"
When you talk to a coach, lead with curiosity, not accusation. Think I'm solving a problem with them, not starting a fight.
I wanted to check in about Jamie. They've been feeling exhausted after practices. Can we walk through intensity and rest plans together? If you email, list dates and observed symptoms and ask for one specific next step.
Here are 3 copy-paste items you can use right now.
Coach email. "Hi, coach name. I'm checking in about Jamie. They've been reporting persistent fatigue after practices. Could we discuss a temporary modification for the next 2 weeks and a plan to monitor symptoms? Thanks, parent name." Co-parent note. They're overwhelmed and need a break from extra sessions for 2 weeks. Let's try this and reassess. Log entry example. 2026-07-01. Practice, 6 to 8 p.m. Symptoms: headache, slow, refused drill 3. Coach response: told to push through.
Quick legal reality. Duty of care means coaches and programs must act reasonably to prevent foreseeable harms. Think basic safety, concussion response, and age-appropriate practice loads.
This is general information, not legal advice. If you have a specific situation, consult a licensed attorney, and for clinical concerns, see a mental health professional.
Start documenting the moment you see a pattern. Date everything: symptoms, missed sleep, conversations with staff, and any medical visits. If a program ignores repeated requests for reasonable rest or safety measures, escalate to the program director or school athletics administrator with your written notes. If there's a concussion or clear neglect, seek medical attention immediately and preserve records. If administrative steps fail, then talk to a lawyer about next steps. Documentation is your shield. It protects your child and your options. Short-term recovery plan. 3 simple moves. 1. A rest window. Try 2 weeks of scaled-back activity to see if symptoms improve. 2. Offer a modified role so your child keeps connection without heavy minutes. Leadership, strategy, bench coach. Options matter. 3. Rebuild small rituals that aren't about performance. A post-practice snack, a goofy car playlist, a handshake that celebrates effort. Real quick, a family I know almost lost their kid to burnout. They doubled down on a simple ritual: hot dogs after the game and a 2-song drive home, one to celebrate effort, one to laugh at mistakes. That repetition, small and predictable, brought him back. I'm an Eagles and Yankees fan. I get how scarves, caps, and those tiny routines anchor us when things feel big.
Music pick to close the mood. Think a slow 90s R&B jam that feels like a warm sweater for the heart.
3 takeaways, quick and useful. 1. Watch for patterns, not one-offs. 2. Use short, curious language with your kid and fact-based requests with coaches. 3. Document everything, start administratively, then seek legal help if needed. If this episode helped, please subscribe so new conversations land in your feed when you need them. It really helps the show grow. If you have a specific legal issue you're looking for help with, send me a direct message or visit the Legal Assistance Center website to book a free 30-minute consultation. You can also drop a comment with topics you'd like covered. Thanks for listening to Danny's Done. Let's chat.